everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where it's the beginning of the week, so we're going to be running Minion Roulette in just a moment. Because last time we ran a new dungeon, the Aurum Vale, and got the Morble Seedling out of it. Now we can run our Minion Roulette. And we are going with a Mammoth this week. Hello there, Mammoth number 001. Additionally, before we get started today, some very important stuff to go over. We hit level 50 on several characters recently, several jobs recently. I keep doing that. We hit level 50 on Scholar, Summoner, and Ninja. And in particular, with Scholar and Summoner, we've done their level 50 job quest, which means we now have access to their item level 90 gear, which is a reward for that level 50 job quest. All of our level 50 job quests will give us item level 90 gear, so now seems like a very appropriate time to go over what item level is, because it is very, very important. Don't skip over this if you're new. If you're not new, you feel free to skip to the quest. But item level is super, super important. It is the main thing that determines how well equipped you are and how ready you are for a fight, other than your own personal skill level. Your own personal skill level obviously does matter, but if you're not properly geared, even no matter how good you are, it's going to be a challenge, if not impossible. Once you hit level 50, your item level is going to diverge from your actual level. Before that, your item level is generally going to be around the same as your level, if not a little bit lower, especially if you're not doing all the crafting and gathering. Your item level will generally be like gear that you can equip at level 50 is item level 50, gear you can equip at level 30 is going to be item level 30, stuff like that. But from level 50 and beyond that, it's going to change dramatically. From here on, our item level is going to keep going up even as our level stays the same. With each expansion, the item level will go up a certain amount as you go over the main story, as will your actual level. But the item level is going to keep growing way, way faster than your actual level does. By the time we get to the start of Heavensward, at level 50, our highest item level will be 130, with weapons at 135, and way, way off in the future, when we get up to the very end of Endwalker, like the very end of Endwalker right before Dawn Trail, we're going to be level 90, but our item level is going to be like 660, with weapons at 665. That item level is just going to keep going up way faster than your actual level does. Your item level is going to be what determines how well equipped you are. I just need to emphasize that. The number one thing that determines whether gear is better than other gear is the item level. That it should always be your first priority, probably, unless you're doing like very specific, like high-end, extreme level content where you need to like micro-optimize in order to get the best results. I just wanted to make sure this is very, very clear, because I have seen people who do not understand that that item level is so important. It is so important. It is the thing that determines how strong you are. Okay, I keep repeating myself. I hope I've gotten the point across. It's important. Seriously, I have seen people who genuinely do not understand just how important item level is, so I needed to make that clear starting out. That being said, no, I'm not equipping the objectively better gear. Well, yeah, I'm not equipping the objectively better gear on my ninja yet, because I like the job set, and we're already, like, pretty well equipped. It doesn't matter in this case, we're already item level 56. Alright, hello there, Sark Malark. Are you ready for our next main story quest? We are going to get dressed for Conquest. Sark Malark wishes to help you acquire the disguises you need for your rescue mission. You are called Satora Lancy, yes? I have heard of your plight from my friend Glaumund. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might have purchased them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, 1 for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. Alright, we're going to go assassinate Imperial soldiers to get their uniforms. Lovely. Feels fitting that we're going in as ninja for this one. Alright, let's hike all the way over to Castrum Sentry. Let's see, is it just any soldier? I suppose it'll be just any soldier outside the Castrum will do. Though we do need to make sure we get clothes of the right sizes. I'm Mikote sized. Fairly short. What's the max Mikote height? Like 5'2", 5'2 ilm? Meanwhile, Biggs is a Rogadine and Wedge is a Lalafell. We're gonna need to get a variety of sizes for this. Alright, Castrum straight ahead. Might as well just head up directly. Let's try and pop up from the Tangle, actually. See if we can't try and catch them a little bit by surprise. We'll go the long way through the Tangle. Alright, here we are. Looks like any three will do. Let's get a Huton going. I could have just used Hide for the trick attack, but oh well. It's fine. Alright, there's one. Oh, we actually need to fight 6 soldiers. They can't all come. We can't get the helmet and the uniform from the same soldier. Lovely. That's surely not going to raise suspicion. Especially not if there's like any identifying marks that identify, hey, this suit belongs to this person and also this helm belongs to this person. Oh, they don't match? That's weird. You just had to turn this way, didn't you? Okay, 2 more to go. Let's see, these 2 should do fairly nice. No, let's go grab it off some soldiers who are near the outskirts. Less likely to be noticed that way. Okay, 1 more to go. I do wish Hyde didn't have such a wildly long cooldown. It normally doesn't matter, but when the fights are this short, it kinda does. Okay, there we are. Quickly, let's get back to Sark Malark. Oh crap. Alright, Sark Malark, I return with the uniforms. I think they're gonna need to get resized though. Were we able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? I was. Damaged, as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith Egenulf at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendors should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Oh no! We have to go to Rowena's House of Splendors. Oh god, this is gonna come back to bite us in the ass. Well, you will understand in due time. Rowena is not someone to be trifled with. Oh goodness. She is something. Hello there, Egenulf. So you're the venturer Sark Malark sent, are you? I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. I have some, you know. I see. Ah yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malark a favor or two. Take good care, old Egenulf, and back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Okay, that was an interesting slip, but yeah, there's a... You know what? Let's just go ahead and explain Rowena. She's a bit of a loan shark. She has a lot of people in debt to her. Severely in debt to her. And more than a few of them because they fell in love with her. thinking of one man in particular fell in love with her and is now in horrifying amounts of debt to her. Rowena is terrible. And yet she has ridiculously easy access to a lot of really valuable materials and supplies. So a lot of people end up in debt to her because she's got what you want or need, whatever it is. Rowena is nasty. You don't fuck with her. And yet a lot of people do. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose that he always felt the adventures life calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and the great Eggenolf will have your gear looking good as new. Anyways, yeah, you can understand, with the way I've described her, why I'm nervous about relying on her or her employees. Most of her employees being in horrible debt to her. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Malark my regards, will ya? Will do, and I hope you're able to get free as soon as possible. Alright, back to Sark Malark. Let them know the good news. We at the very least got the gear repaired, and hopefully that won't come back to bite us in the ass later. I fear, Rowena. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? I have. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Eggenolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces. Lest you fear that the Garleans might detect your foreignness, foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. It's also very much based on the Roman Empire. Garlemald is culturally straight up ripped off, a rip-off of the Roman Empire, though rip-off is probably not the correct word. It's got a bit too much of a negative connotation. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Alright, well, we get our mended Imperial clothing. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, it is time for our level 50 warrior quest. I will see everyone next time for that.